My name is Kathleen Selmans, and my website is kathleenselmans.com. And I wanted to talk to you about what metrics really matter when you're building a business online. And this video is specifically for people who probably wouldn't ever call themselves thought leaders, but are. Because if you're building a business around your expertise, you are a thought leader. You are standing out in your field in the way that you approach different people. So what that means then is you aren't going to be playing the affiliate game or the paid ads game, the display ads game, so with an affiliate game, you send out a bunch of emails to products that you're affiliated with, or you have a bunch of posts on your site of products that you're affiliated with, and you get pennies on the dollar for conversions on when people buy something that you are helping a company sell. The paid display ads game, Google ads, Mediavine, stuff like that, they are even fewer pennies on the dollar. And in order to get into something that pays well, you have to have 50,000 views a month or something like that. When you're playing the thought leader game, you don't have to worry about any of that. Thank goodness, because a lot of times display ads where it's like a pop-up and a sidebar and a down at the bottom and the over at the side and over at the top, and that takes away from your authority. And it's when you're playing the game that we're playing as a thought leader, what you're doing is telling people that they're buying you and your essence. So, but not in a creepy way. That sounded so creepy. I don't mean it that way. But I mean, like, you can send affiliate links. I do. But occasionally, I'm making a few $100s every 6 months on my affiliate strategy. It's an add-on. It is not the way that I am making money. I have a book here. This Keep Going by Austin Kleon I don't know if you've heard of him. I really love his stuff. Like his books. This is his third book, and he's got it's basically you can read it in one sitting. But his books Steal Like an Artist. If you haven't read that, that's something that you need to read. I don't have that one with me, but this is the one that I haven't gotten rid of because it's a really good reminder to just keep putting out work. And I bring Austin Kleon up because he is a prolific writer. He does not identify himself as a blogger, but he writes a new post every weekday. And he has for years and years and years. And that practice, and it's fun because it sort of spans whatever he's thinking about at the moment. So what he's reading about, what he's creating, his thoughts about the intersection of life and art and creativity, it's all very cool and very approachable. I saw on Twitter that he does not have Google Analytics set up. This is someone who is so not playing the traffic game that he doesn't even know what kind of traffic he gets. Now, I will admit that I can't do that. I started out online as a blogger, which meant that every time I did something on my website, and even like a whole bunch of times in between, I would go over to Google Analytics and hit refresh and see what happened. I don't do that anymore. I don't have it set up. There's all kinds of plugins where you can see exactly from your WordPress site what kind of things you're ranking for or what kind of traffic you're building or whatever. I don't do any of that because as someone who is building a service-based business around my thoughts and ideas, I don't need to play the traffic game. I don't need to think about page views. I don't need to think about anything other than what's paying my bills. And I would argue that neither do you. So when you create content, create the content that you need to tell your audience about, and don't worry about any metrics. If you want to focus on metrics, focus on your income, revenue, I guess, your email list, because again, as we talked about in a previous video, you only own your website and your email list. So you need to be talking to your list. You need to be building it, thoughtfully. But don't get caught up in the metrics that don't move the needle for you, because all it does is it makes you feel like you're doing work, which is a bad thing. It's the same sort of idea where if you write down that you're going to work out, it gives your brain the same dopamine hit as if you actually worked out. So don't write that stuff down, just do it. So don't, in the same vein, like, do not just do work that feels like work. But then again, if Google Analytics makes you feel bad about, you did all this work, you've done all this content promotion, you've done all this stuff, and the page views aren't coming in, don't worry about that, because page views aren't paying your bills. You are, with your service. And if you can make money by sending a few directed emails from your email client, or from your inbox, not having to log into anywhere else, focus on that. Focus on making the difference in the lives that you can control. And all the rest of those metrics will fade away. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love that. I am close to having a dedicated YouTube URL. So if you click the button below, I can't tell you the name of my YouTube channel because it's youtube.com/XYZ12345 or whatever. So, but if you click the link below, or I will link to this in other places where you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love that. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Have a good day.